I was talking to someone today who was having a few relationship issues, and that reminded me of a script that I wrote for a meditation that I called Sending Love. And I never got around to recording this, so I figured I'd record it now. So the intent of this today is to give you a very simple technique which you can use to dramatically change any relationship in your life. That includes romantic relationships, workplace relationships, friendships, family, any relationship, including and especially your relationship with yourself. Before we begin, let's talk about relationships. A relationship, in simple terms, is an investment of your time, your energy, and your emotions. And a relationship in energetic terms is a separate entity to either of the parties involved. It's a joint project. And as a joint project, it's also a projection of ourselves. And what we project into that relationship is what creates the quality of the relationship. So you see, it's your energetic projection into any relationship that contributes to the essence of the relationship. And here's the thing. If you change your energetic contribution, then the relationship will change. It's not what we normally think, hey. What do we normally do when things go off the rails and get tense? It's just natural for us to project a whole lot of bad feelings back into the relationship, and especially to the other person. Whether it's your boss or your partner, family, or even with yourself. If one person's upset about something and you get upset about something, then the relationship's going to resonate with the feelings of upset. Look, this is pretty simple stuff, but it's true. And you need to be a saint sometimes not to buy into that energy. Okay. However, there is a way of looking at the relationship that allows you to separate yourself and the other person from the issues that's troubling you. And it's not about them. It's about the relationship. It's not about you, really. Although in a relationship, you may seek to influence or change the other person, or they may seek to influence or change you. But in truth, you are the only one that you have control over. You are the only one who can make changes that will change and affect the entity called the relationship. So let's be clear. I'm not talking about making the other person see your point of view. I'm not talking about changing the other person. Nor am I talking about forcing them into your way of thinking. If that's what you feel you want to do, then this technique that I'm going to share with you is not for you. But I guarantee you that if you use the method I'm going to explain to you in a minute, then you will see improvements in the relationships that you use it on. So, I call it projecting love and allowing that love energy to make the change. And it's quite simple. So here we go. I'd like you to find somewhere where you can sit quietly, where you're not going to be disturbed. I suggest sitting rather than lying down. Somewhere where you won't be disturbed for the next 5 or 10 minutes. It's not possible to do this properly while you're driving the car. So if you are, find a place and pull over. It's only going to take a minute. It's not possible to do this properly while you're engaged in other activities, whatever they may be. Just give yourself 5 minutes downtime and sit somewhere quiet where you won't be disturbed. And if you need to, just feel free to pause this recording now and go to that place. Step 1, set your intent. Sitting calmly, call to mind the person that you're wanting to improve your relationship with. And hey, if this is challenging because you may be upset with that person, that's okay. Let's move on to step 2. Just let it go. I want you to follow the inflow and outflow of your breath and become aware of the inflow and outflow of your breath. You don't need to change the rhythm of your breathing. You don't need to count in or out a certain number of times. You don't need to hold. All I want you to do is simply become aware of the inflow and the outflow of your breath. You may wish to close your eyes, because this helps your brain to relax and indicates that it's okay. So as you follow the inflow and outflow of your breath, you may feel a sense of calm, a sense of peace. However, if you don't feel any of those things, rest assured that the technique's working anyway. And in time, if you continue to practice this technique, you'll become attuned to those feelings. So as you follow the inflow and the outflow of your breath, become more relaxed, more calm, and more at peace. And now for the next step, I'll ask you to breathe in and out of your heart space. How we do that? Just with your intent. Imagine breathing in and out of your heart space. If this is the first time that you've tried it, at least for the first few times, it can be helpful to put a hand on your heart space in the center of your chest. And now with each breath you take, just with your intent, send that breath down to your heart space. As you draw it in and as you breathe out, allow yourself to breathe out from your heart space. Just continue following the inflow and the outflow of your breath in and out from your heart space. And if this feels good for you, just practice it for a short while. And if you wish, just pause the recording. And for as long as you feel, just continue to breathe in and out of your heart space. It's actually a very, very calming and beneficial technique on its own. Okay, our next step is to recall a time of a strong positive emotion. So think of a time where you felt gratitude or where you felt love. It can be for a pet, it can be a situation. Personally, I like to work with gratitude because it's very, very close to the frequency of love, if not love itself. And it's kind of a feeling of gratitude is something that you feel when your puppy jumps up on your lap and licks your face or something joyous and nice happens. So just connect, thinking of a time where you felt gratitude. And recall the feeling that came upon you in that moment and how it felt. And now on your next in-breath, breathe that feeling into your heart space. And as you breathe out from your heart space, allow that feeling of gratitude to extend out from you, through your body, in all directions, front, back, top, bottom, right. like a field, breathing in gratitude and releasing gratitude. Once again, if this is feeling cool for you, feel free to do it as long as you wish. You might want to pause the recording again while you get used to the feeling of gratitude. It will shift the chemistry of your brain. So once again, if you'd like to sit in this energy for a little while, just pause the recording and breathe gratitude. Thank you. And now the next step is to send that feeling to the other person. Before we dive in, if you just happen to be wanting to clear things for yourself, allow that feeling of gratitude to permeate throughout your body and just send messages of love and acceptance to yourself. Perhaps at this stage you just feel you need to de-escalate from the situation in the relationship. Allow an acceptance of yourself in this moment of time. And now let's move forward with the technique. And what I ask you to do now is to call the other person to mind. It doesn't matter if you can't fully visualize them. In fact, it might be easier not to if it's been a difficult time. It doesn't matter. All you need to do is just call them to mind. And as you breathe in gratitude, I want you to send that out from your heart space like a beam of light to the other person. You may even want to hold your hand out in front of you as if you're projecting energy from the palm of your hand towards them. Breathing in gratitude and releasing it as you send it to the other person. Just put on hold any feelings that may come through. Allow them to transmute things or thoughts of what they may have said or did, or what you may have said or did, what might have happened. Is not important at this point in time. What's important in this space is that you're sending love to that relationship and, of course, to the other person. And as you send this gratitude, this love, you increase the vibration of the relationship. And you're putting positive, helpful energy into the relationship. So you can continue sending love, breathing in to your heart and sending it to the other person for as long as you feel, until you feel complete. I wouldn't suggest spending too much time the first couple of times through, or even not at all, and definitely not forcing it. Just allow the feeling of gratitude and feeling of love to flow until you feel you've completed what can be done for now. Once again, you may wish to pause the recording and just feel how this feels as it flows for you. Okay. So now, I'll just bring you back to present day, and we'll say thank you to that person and dismiss them. Just say to yourself, thank you, I release you, I release you now, and come back to normal breathing, to a normal state of mind. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. You can use this technique even if the person is lying next to you, perhaps in bed, for instance, if it's your partner, and they're asleep and you want to improve the relationship. Just send love. It occurs to me that it may not even be the need because you wish to improve a relationship. You can use this technique if the other person's feeling sick or unwell, stressed, or if they're feeling sad or having a difficult time. You can send this beautiful positive energy to them for any reason at all. Don't try to imagine how things might work out. Don't try and imagine how you might get what you want. Don't imagine anything at all. No conditions, no parameters. Just send love. Knowing that as you do this, you're allowing for improvement, whatever that may be. It's the intent, your intent, that's important. And your intent must be for the highest good, and for your highest good, and for the highest good of the relationship. It's important to remember that we're not manipulating the other person. We're not stepping over any boundaries here. We're simply seeking to improve the quality of the relationship between you and the other person. It's been said that many a person did not succeed because no one believed in them. And by using this technique, you are allowing the energy of universal love to flow through and to rectify the situation, however that may be. You can do this as often as you wish. I suggest that it will take more than just one time to have an effect. If you use this over the course of a week, I guarantee that you will see changes in the relationship that you didn't even think were possible. Okay, so just go over the steps. Set your intent, the relationship you're seeking to improve. Follow the inflow and outflow of your breath. Breathe into your heart space. Recall a time of strong positive emotion. Gratitude is what I recommend. And connect that to your heart space through your breath. And then send that emotion to the other person. That's it. So thank you. If this has been helpful for you, please let me know how you went. Feel free to contact me with your outcome. And if you're hearing this on the podcast or on the YouTube channel, please place a comment so that we can know how it went for you. Cheers. Lots of love.